Hey, how's everyone doing? This is D.I.Y. Eddie. So today, it's been a long time since I put a video out, but today I'm doing insulation on the garage door here. I'm already starting a couple pieces here, but I'll show you the process that I'm using. I'm using the foam and just kind of wedging it into place there. I don't want to make any cuts or anything, but I'm gonna do the rest of these. I'm gonna have the cuts. And I'm going to check the temperature right now. So if I go over to my thermometer here. So we got 66.8 inside my garage. And temperature outside. It's about pretty warm. I'll get the exact temperature in a little bit. The foam I got at Home Depot here. It's the Artec and Silafoam. So this is what led me onto it. So it's moisture resistant. It cuts. It's 1.5 inches thick here, and in the back it has the foil, which you saw on the other one there. The foil on there. So this part, I'm gonna put it towards the door, and on the back side, facing the garage, is gonna be the foil insulation. And so this is, like I said, it's a 1.5 inch. The thickness is 1.5 inches, and all I'm doing is measuring it up and cutting it with the adjustable utility knife. Okay, so I got a reading outside here. I got 67 degrees, about 67. So it's about the same garage and outside, which is not good because I definitely want it warmer inside the garage. But these are the tools I'm going to use here, just measuring tape. These are the knives that I was talking about that you could snap off. This is a bigger one, and then I was using this one yesterday. And marker, pen, probably marker would be best, just because this is the foam, styrofoam there. So this is a smaller one, the same, you can see the same thing, you can snap it off. You want to make sure you have a clean point on here, just because you won't be able to make a real nice cut like this, even though this is probably one of those heat knives on there. But yeah, so this works perfectly good. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark it up. First thing I did here, so let's see if we can see it on here. So I went, let me get a better angle. So I went here and measured inside. So right here you have like a little lip right here that goes in, and I kind of shoved it in there. I had to do a little notch just because of the wheel on there. But I measured inside, so from the inside of here to the other side, and so I went ahead and measured that, measured across. The two outer ones are a lot wider, about 2 inches wider than the inner. But just take that into consideration. And for this I use 4 sheets, so I used one, and then I have 2, 3, and number 4. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. I'm gonna go ahead and mark up and measure, mark, and then get ready to cut. Don't get on me for this, but I'm using a push broom stick. I can't find my 4-foot level or a straight edge other than this one that's long enough. But I'm just, whatever you have, make sure it's straight. But I say I want to mark this. So mine on here, I'm making my cuts. To me, if I make the measurement, I believe it's 20 1/4 from here to there, and then from this end for the large end pieces is 45 1/4, and then for the smaller inner two pieces there, it's 43 1/2. So just make sure you mark it straight edge there. You could go ahead and just mark this one all the way through for the both of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That way I get a straight edge and a straight marking from the other side. So go ahead and mark that one. So this is 20 1/4, and that measurement right there would be 40 1/2. And I went ahead and do this so I could go ahead and just cut these 2 pieces. So let me use the bigger knife here, and all you want to do is you want to actually bring it out quite a bit. Go ahead and lock it, so you just pull this back and it locks it. And you want to go ahead and just go there and just kind of slice the beginning there like you're cutting, and then you just pull back like this, and it gives you a nice edge. And that's what's important about the tip here. And see if we get this to focus. So you can see that the tip is not dull, it's very sharp, so just be careful. And we'll go ahead and do that once across, and then push. I'm gonna have to put it on the edge and actually push this side down, and then it'll split there, and then I'll continue cutting it. Cut there, and then you can see if I push down on it, you can see it's starting to split there. So you see that, so you want to go ahead and do that, and then you can see it split there. Obviously, if you have a larger blade, if you're not doing another pass, you go ahead and do that. But I choose to just go like that, and then with this one on the edge, you can see the wood there, but I'm not touching it. And just go ahead and do the last pass here. Go ahead and run it straight through, just like that, all the way across. So I'm touching wood there. Pull it out just a little bit. Just cut it, and it should be it. So shake it off, and there's the first cut there, and then I just have this cut. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the other long piece and then do the ends here, and I'll show you how I put them in. I don't use any tape or anything like that, just kind of squeeze it in. There's a technique that I started to use, is just push one side in, and then you kind of snap it inside. The 2 outer pieces here and the 2 inner pieces right there. Now I would cut all of them at one time, but because I'm not so tall, excuse the mess, I'm cleaning my garage, I'm gonna put this down one layer at a time. So I did this first one here, and I'll bring the door down, I'll go inside, bring the door down, and then put it from the inside. That way it's to my height, I don't have to use a ladder or work upside down or whatever. That's just my method. You could choose whatever method you want to choose. But let me go ahead and start putting a couple in. And so all I do, let me see if I can. So all I would do is basically, so this is like an inner piece. You got a pretty good fit on both ends there. Basically go like that, and you see how a little bit out there. So I'm gonna shove this in. If not, I might have to trim it, but that's basically what it is. And then I push it in here on the edges, and then put it inside. Let's see if I could do one like this. See, I can't do it with that. I need to bring the door down. So let me go ahead and start with that one. With the corner one here, you can see, and I push it with both my thumbs, and then this part, you'd go ahead and, let's see if I can get a better view. See, so it's gonna stick out. It might rip a little bit, but I mean, you can cut it shorter if you want. This is the way that it actually fits, and it goes down in here. I mean, it's not much space, but that's just the way. I don't want to use any tape or anything. I kind of want to put it in there, make sure it stays in there, doesn't fly out or anything. So this is the best way I could do it, is just kind of would pinch it in. But I would work with both my thumbs if I wasn't holding the phone camera here, or my cell phone, I should say. But let me go ahead. So I worked one side, and I'm starting to go this way. So I already did one pass. You can see it's not most of it's already in. And I'll do the second pass, and that would push it in more. And just be careful because this might push out. And I do have a spot, let's see, I think right here where it just pushed out a little bit. But other than that, it sits inside. You can see there, it sits inside. Doesn't move, solid. Stand back there. And it's starting to look nice. I'm hoping during the summers, and especially now, it's not really winter in California, but it does get cold up north. Sometimes it gets down to about 30 degrees, which is cold for California. But let me continue. And now you do is just go like this on the end, and then the middle might be bulging out just a little bit. So you just want to kind of push it, and then it'll settle. Here you'll see it. It's just nice and flat. And this side. So for my door, 1.5 foam worked on mine. Measure yours. Make sure it's still the same. Each sheet's about $16. So you got about $64 in the sheets if you don't have the blades and measuring tape and all that. Of course, that's going to cost extra. But for $64, I did find kits for $120, I believe. They're already pre-cut online. That's another method you could go. But a little bit of time. This gets my mind off of things, working on stuff. So to me, it's therapeutic and beneficial. So I'd rather do it myself. And if you're watching the video, I'm pretty sure you like doing stuff yourself. So let me continue. Okay, so this is a little close-up on here. You can see this is starting to push in, and this is still out. So I'm just going with both my thumbs here and pushing it in. And once it's in far enough, it should just push in slowly. Make sure you don't go fast, or else it'll break, or the foil will cut on here, so you get a nice tear. But see, this side's still not in. I'm starting here, pushing it in, and continuing that way. And you can see it's coming out there. So what you'd want to do is just kind of push it in. Want to be careful. Try not to tear it. See, I already tore it there, but that's going to be inside, so it's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and continue just going like that. Let's just knock this out. See, so we'll continue going like that across the whole thing, and then run our finger through here. So I'll push it back, so you can see I'll push it back since we got a little bit of space, and I'll just run my finger this way just to make sure everything's down, and fix this here because it's bulging out because I'm pressing it from here. The middle is trying to come out a little bit, but once we get it in the lip here, we have sufficient room there since we did measure from the inside of both inside here, the lips. So I have the second layer on here. I don't know what this is. I think this is, oh, that's just the foil. This is the little foam coming out there. Okay, so I have the second one here. I'm gonna do the other two, and tomorrow morning I'm gonna take temperature outside, take temperature inside again, and hopefully there's a nice comparison. 10 degrees, hoping. Well, we won't see. We won't know till tomorrow. But for you guys, it'll be instant. So let me go ahead and do this. I'll show you the final product, I guess, or final installation video on here. And then right after that, I'll go ahead and record or video the temperatures with my thermometer. Finally got all of them in there. They're not easy. So there's a tight squeeze, but that's what it's meant for. That way there's no cuts, no relief cuts, so you can bend them and do whatever. This is just like a press fit. Don't have to worry about them. They won't come out unless you tear them out. But that's all of them. So we'll go ahead and measure temperature. Let's see. Where's my thermometer? Give me a second. So right now we are 69. Let it settle. 69.6. So it might be because I'm warm. Just put it down there in the chair. Go ahead and check it out. Let's see if it stays at that temperature. So I think it was going up because the probe was close to my arm. So 70.2. So I do have a window. So 79. I have a window and a door. I haven't insulated or haven't done anything with the ends here. There's still, if you pull it, you can see daylight there. Let me see if there's something there that I could possibly put there. I know there's a weather stripping on the other side, but if there's wind, you can see up there. You can see a little bit of light up top. So I want to see if there's something like that they sell, or I don't know, something. But anyways, so 70 degrees. I'll go ahead and film it tomorrow, and then we'll be able to find out, see what happens. So this is the next day here. So I got down into like 45 at night. And of course, whatever temperature it comes down to is going to stay at the temperature. So right now 66.6, so it dropped a little bit. And it did warm up outside. The sun's out. So let me go ahead and open the garage. It is starting to warm up outside. It was chillier earlier. It was about 55 about an hour ago. So now we're outside here. Got a nice wind chill. But anyways, it's about 65.2.4. I saw it flickering there. So it's about a degree. But it is warming outside. So I want to say it did help quite a bit, actually. I think I should have filmed it a little earlier. To see the variance temperature and when it's really cold outside, or when it was cold to me, and compared to the inside, which wasn't bad when I walked in there in the morning. So definitely give it a thumbs up. Did help. Stopped a lot of the noise coming from the garage here. So all these bins here, I'm gonna get rid of these. Waiting for my shelves, so I ended up getting these shelves here, but I got 2-footer ones, so I have about 28-inch here. You can see better here. So we have here, and I'm gonna put a lot of the totes up there. I'm gonna make a large bench across this way to work on my equipment. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next videos. Please like, subscribe, comment below. See what you did differently, if you did anything different on here. To the touch, it's nice and warm, but yeah, I liked it. And the trailer there, I need to make a video on that, the trailer there. I'm in the process here, hopefully getting a nice little camera that I'll be able to put on the stand. Been filming all this with my phone. Thanks.